Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Natural Born Critic. I'm Mike, and today we're going to talk about more NES baseball games. Alright, so before we get into it, if you haven't already watched my top 5 NES baseball games, go do so, because if you do, this video will make a lot more sense. And I'll leave a link for that down below. And to those of you that did, thanks so much for all the likes and comments. It was greatly appreciated. You know, when I made that first video, I really had no intention of making a part 2. But I really wanted to check out some of the games you guys mentioned in the comments and see what I missed and give you my opinion on them. And you know, I still haven't caught a home run in Baseball Stars, but I do have a first that I wanted to share with you. There's a clip of it at the end of this video. But anyway guys, that's enough of me rambling. Let's get into it. Alright, our first game up on this sequel of sorts video is NES Baseball. Now, the sound and music for this game is pretty good. It brings back a lot of memories. I played this game as a kid. It was okay even back then. I think if you have a friend to play with, it gets a little better, but there's not much value to play this game by yourself. Overall, it's pretty poor. It's a step up above Atari Baseball as far as I'm concerned. I think the best thing I could say about this game is when you woke up on Christmas morning and open up your brand new Nintendo, and then you open this up, you're just happy to have another game to play. Even if that meant you had to wait 4 hours for your dad to have breakfast and then read the instructions to hook up this newfangled Nintendo Entertainment System you had, which you could have hooked up in about 5 minutes. But I digress. Alright, next up is Tecmo Baseball, another game with phenomenal music, and my brother bought this game. After he bought Tecmo Bowl, we thought, hey, let's get Tecmo Baseball, right? It's going to be just as amazing. I mean, why would it be any different? The box art's so similar. It's got to be just as good, right? Nope. So there's really nothing unique about this game. It's got the behind-the-pitcher view for batting, which I'm still not a fan of, even though I have gotten a little better at hitting that way. Even if the nostalgia factor for Tecmo Baseball is pretty high for you like it was for me, that's going to wear off pretty quick. There's just way too many better NES baseball games out there to play than this one, so I can't recommend it. So these next 4 games were mentioned a lot in the comment section of my previous video, and I was really excited to try Major League Baseball. It reminded me of RBI Baseball, but sadly nowhere near as fun. There were some minor annoyances with this game. You could only move the batter up and down inside the batter's box. You could not move him left and right. And there's no music while you're playing. I want to hear music in my NES baseball games. All there was this constant staticky crowd noise that just got louder when the ball was in play. On the plus side, it did have every Major League Baseball team in the game, and I enjoyed the goofy sound the umpire made when a strike was called. So I'm sure plenty of you guys have great memories of playing this game as a kid, but for me, it didn't do enough to differentiate itself from some of the better NES baseball games out there. So up next is Roger Clemens' MVP Baseball. Now listen to that music. That's what I'm talking about, some retro NES base. Where'd the music go? And listen, I know I'm not off base with this, guys. So many of you guys have commented that it was that music that brought all those memories rushing back to you from when you were a kid playing these games. And I know we're not here to just talk about the music. We're here to talk about these baseball games. But if you don't have music at all in your game, it's going to drop you down a notch for me. But this game is pretty fun. The graphics are really good. The fielding took some getting used to, but I enjoyed it. But it is pretty tough batting. That ball comes in pretty fast. I can only imagine that that's what it felt like to face a raged out Roger Clemens. So I do recommend Roger Clemens' MVP Baseball. It's a fun game with challenging fielding and hitting, but I don't recommend steroids. Alright, up next is Bo Jackson Baseball, and this game had a unique feature that I saw for the first time in Hardball 3 for the Sega Genesis, and that was you can pick your pitch, slider, knuckle, curve, fast, and you pick the type of hitting you want to do. Power, contact, normal. The music and graphics in this game are really good, and the fielders can reach the base they're throwing to. Now check this out. This is a rundown between me and the computer. Now the computer's controlling that runner. And it's little things like this details that really make a game stand out for me. Like the catcher giving you signs for the pitch. I wasn't crazy about the view from when I was pitching. The ball just kind of came out of nowhere onto the screen, but that's small potato stuff. If I would have played this game before I made my previous list, I think this would have beat out Bases Loaded. And the number one game that was left off my previous list is Baseball Simulator 1000. Just listen to that music. Now, I definitely didn't spend enough time with this game before. It's a blast to play and it has a robust single player. I also like how the ball flies off the bat and you can tell what part of the field the ball is going to. That music sounds awfully familiar. There's plenty of teams to choose from, and there's lots of stadium options. There's even a stadium that is in space. I think he's in the wrong dugout. The game has these crazy ultra moves, and I just felt like I just scratched the surface of what this entire game had to offer. But above all that, guys, this game is just fun to play. Any game that you can hit a ball out of the stadium is my kind of game. This definitely would have made my top 5 NES Baseball games if I would have played it more. I'm not sure this would beat out Baseball Stars for the number 2 spot, but it's really close. Okay everyone, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.